Hi everyone, thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 437 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Ukrainian Air Force stated that on May 4th at night, the Ukrainian air defense for the first time managed to shoot down a Russian aeroballistic missile Kinjal, the Dagger, reports BBC News Ukraine. Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Mykola Oleshchuk informed that it was destroyed with the help of the Patriot air defense system. He congratulated the Ukrainian people on this historic event. Kinjal is the most modern Russian hypersonic missile. It is launched from a MiG-31K fighter jet, flies at a range of up to 1500 kilometers at a speed that is claimed to be 12 times the speed of sound. Like other ballistic missiles, it rises very high and then dives on the target, hitting it at a great speed at an angle of 90 degrees. It has its own targeting system and high accuracy. All this significantly complicates its interception by any anti-aircraft and anti-missile defense system. The Ukrainian authorities have repeatedly stated that they do not have anti-aircraft systems to protect against ballistic missiles and in particular from Kinjal. US Patriot air defense systems, as the military claims, has the ability to shoot down ballistic missiles, but the system has not been tested before in a real war against hypersonic missiles. Ukraine has returned from Russian captivity 45 defenders of Azovstal, reports Deutsche Welle. According to head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, Andriy Yermak, among them 42 male and 3 female military of the National Guard. There are the fighters who got married during the defense of Mariupol at Azovstal last spring and have been in captivity ever since. There is also a Ukrainian fighter who had been in Russian captivity for 2.5 years before the full-scale invasion. Later he was liberated and continued fighting. Meanwhile, the Russian media reported, referring to the Russian Defense Ministry, that 3 pilots were released from Ukrainian captivity on Saturday. You might have noticed that we've changed visual elements of our podcast. Let us know what do you think about that via email highlightsfromukraine@gmail.com. It's highlightsfromukraine@gmail.com. We appreciate your feedback. Volodymyr Zelensky congratulated King Charles III and Queen Camilla with their coronation on behalf of the entire Ukrainian people. He called it a historic event that begins a new era of the British monarchy. Zelensky wished King Charles many years of successful reign and the people of the United Kingdom prosperity and joint victories with Ukraine. He thanked the UK for the support that it showed Kyiv. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky, in his evening video address, congratulated Ukrainian warriors on the Day of the Ukrainian Infantry. He informed that they are the largest component of the ground forces, those whose resilience is crucial for defense. Zelensky said that he had the honor to congratulate infantrymen yesterday and to present state awards to the warriors and honorary decorations to the brigades for their courage and bravery. Thank you, warriors, for your performance. I thank each and every one of you who has the honor to serve in the Ukrainian infantry, said the president. 6 state emergency service workers were killed and 2 injured in a Russian attack on Kherson Oblast, reports LBUA. According to earlier reports from the Prosecutor General's office, the Russian military dropped an explosive device from a drone on a demining squad that was working near the settlement. The car of a Russian writer, anti-Ukrainian activist and supporter of Russian invasion of Ukraine, Zakhar Prilepin, was blown up in Nizhny Novgorod Oblast yesterday, reports Ukrainska Pravda. According to the Russian media, Prilepin was seriously injured and the driver was killed. Russia's Ministry of Internal Affairs arrested a man who they claim may have been involved in the assassination attempt. Later, they informed that this person is of Ukrainian origin and has already admitted his guilt, and that he did it following an order of the Ukrainian Special Services. At the same time, Ukraine's security service said that it can neither confirm nor deny its role in the incident. The Highlights from Ukraine podcast is a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.